Ghana Means Business, brought to you by GOIL. GOIL, good energy.
Ghana Means Business. Your story, our message.
The reason why investors will flood to your country in their numbers is when you have something of economic value to offer. Welcome to another intriguing and exciting episode of your most informative program, Ghana Means Business. Your host, Fredua Agyeman Pambuo. Still talking about Ghana being the solid investment destination, let us tonight talk about another country that is exploring this extraordinary opportunity. This is Ghana Means Business.
The French established diplomatic and bilateral relations with Ghana since our independence in 1957, although Ghana has no record of being a French colony. Today, it has become an important economic partner for France. As an Anglophone country, Ghana is bordered by French-speaking people to the north, east, and west, and the French government shows commitment by supporting Ghana's role within this Francophone environment to ensure smooth trade, commerce, and human movement across our borders. In fulfilling an objective of the French embassy to truly make Ghana a home to the French government built a multi-million euro embassy in Accra and relocated to this impressive building in January 2019. This is Sophie Avey, born on November 10, 1968 in Fontainebleau, France. She has held several positions in government, including being the Director of Human Resource of the Ministry of Defense in France. In September 2018, she was appointed Ambassador of France to Ghana by the decree of the President of the French Republic.
Every now and again, GOIL makes good things happen. This time, GOIL has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with GOIL Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. GOIL has that sorted. GOIL, good energy.
Ghana Means Business. Your story, our message.
Good evening, our cherished viewers. This evening, we are privileged to have Her Excellency Ambassador Sophie Avey, the French ambassador, and most importantly, the first female French ambassador to Ghana. Thank you so much for having us in this wonderful house.
Bienvenue, welcome Akwaba.
Thank you. I understand this house was built in 1938.
That's right.
Incredible. So that's how far back the French have been in Ghana.
We probably were there even before, because if we moved in this house in 1938, it means that we were there, we had been there for quite a long time. So during the presidential visit, President Macron mentioned that we have been in Ghana ever since the 19th century. So we've been there forever. Not as an embassy. We probably only had a consulate. But we had a lot of French people around. You see, but Ghana is basically an island lost in a French sea. So either you learn how to speak French or you learn how to swim, right?
Oh my goodness.
So we had French people who had settled in Togo, in Côte d'Ivoire, in Burkina Faso. So probably we felt we needed to have some sort of point of contact in terms of a consulate here.
Madam Ambassador, the visit by the French president last year, President Macron, was the first by a French president since Ghana attained independence. Was that the turning point in our economic relations, or have the French and Ghana always had a great working and economic and security relations?
I think we've always had a great relationships and a very equal relationship. We don't have a past with Ghana like we do with Côte d'Ivoire. Ghana is not a former French colony. So we've always been in such a relationship that we were doing business, we were working on development aid, but there are so many people here, so many embassies, so many missions, that we were one among others. But we've always been there. The French president, it was actually almost a year and a half ago. It was November 2017. It was the very first time a French president came to Ghana. It might be a bit personal from him, because when he was a student, he did his period of training in Nigeria. Okay. And his English is perfect. So I think he was very keen to give a new boost at the French-African relationships and show that we can have business partnership and that we can talk to every single country in West Africa. Language shouldn't be a barrier.
Over the past few years, I've noticed that the French companies have come in their droves in Ghana. Approximately, how much have the French companies invested in Ghana over the past 5 years?
Oh, that's a tricky question. Well, the whole investments at the moment is over $1 billion at the moment. But the French companies, they're not coming with their big money and checkbooks. When they come to settle in a country, it's a win-win sort of partnership they want to settle. It's about, of course, it's because it is business friendly, it's because you have a rising middle class, a boosting economy, so there is business to be done. But also, we have a very, very strong CSR policy. Our companies are very into it. And they are absolutely convicted. They know, their conviction is that you cannot do business in a country unless you know the country by heart. So to be able to melt in, you have to know the country, and therefore you need the people of the country to be part of your board, part of your staff, and be the ones who do the link. So we bring a brand, we bring products, but then we do need the Ghanaian staff. We need the Ghanaian to run the place. We need Ghanaians to give us the insight from the Ghanaian market.
Now, one would have thought that Ghana is bordered from the east, the west, and the north by French-speaking countries, and naturally, language being a commonality between France and La Côte d'Ivoire, Togo, Benin, Burkina, Niger, and Mali, it will be easier for the French to focus on these French-speaking countries. What do you think is the main attraction that entices most of these French companies to come to Ghana?
Well, you are a safe, peaceful, democratic country. When you settle in Ghana, you know your investments will be safe. That means a lot for a business. So it's not a matter of language. Of course, it's easier to go in a place where the language is the same as yours, but the international language is English. And working in Ghana means having relations with the entire world. And for a French company, it means feeling at home, because you have so much in common with us. You're a melting pot. We've got several influences from around the world. There's all these people who've kept coming here. So real Ghanaians are all mixed, be it blood-wise or culture-wise. They've picked and mixed all sorts of inspirations. So have we. And that's, in this respect, we are so similar. And we're proud, you are proudly Ghanaian, we're very proudly French, maybe sometimes a bit chauvinists, but we're proudly French. So we have that in common too. So when we started settling in, when companies started settling in, we have realized that we have so much in common and that we feel at home.
In the areas of cooperation, I always hear more about security, security, security. Why are the French so particular about security in Ghana?
I think we are focused on security all over the world since 2014, when Mali called us for help, when our troops went to support Mali. We have a very deep feeling that we have to kill terrorism at the roots, and we have to help those countries here in Africa who are doing so much to try and tackle terrorism. We need to help them, because eventually attacks happen in Paris, attacks all over Europe. So if you don't go down to the roots and help the countries to tackle it, there's no way we can handle it.
Makes a lot of sense. What is the Accra initiative?
Well, the Accra initiative is several countries, well, your neighbors and yourself, basically, who have agreed to cooperate and to work together to tackle the terrorist threat. You can have administrative borders, and you can put as many people as you want to try and secure the borders. Eventually, it's like water. It eventually insinuates, it manages to go through. So terrorism is not a country issue. It's a regional issue. It's the world issue. So the more the better. The key thing is sharing intelligence, then training together, getting to know each other, how everyone operates, and then being able to cooperate and to act jointly if an intervention is necessary.
So how many countries or agencies are involved in this?
So you have, of course, Ghana, Burkina Faso. It's actually the southern West African countries. So far, if you look at Sahel, we are focusing on the...
but why not Mali?
Because they're already in the G5 Sahel, so they're under close monitoring.
Okay.
But our biggest fear was that this terrorist threat would come down to the south, which it has in Burkina already. So in a year and a half, the threat has gone from the border of Burkina Faso, it's now 2/3 down. So what we really don't want is that to happen in the littoral ones, the ones by the sea. So these countries have gathered and say, hey, we've got to work together, because they will go from Burkina Faso or Mali or Niger directly to Côte d'Ivoire or Togo or Benin or Ghana. If we don't talk to each other, we're going to be in big trouble.
For those who don't know the history, can you educate us on what Bastille Day stands for a French person?
Yeah, well, I kind of hope that the new generation of French, they do know what it's actually about, but in history books, we try to remind them. So in the 18th century, we still had a king and a queen, and the wealth was definitely...
Who was this king?
The last one we had was Louis XVI.
Okay, who was his wife?
Marie Antoinette. Oh my God!
Oh. Well, is she the one who said, let them eat cake?
Yes, if they don't have bread, let them eat cake.
Exactly.
Well, croissants.
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 Oh,
if they,
I love croissants.
So the crowd, what are they crying about? They want
don't have
bread. They don't have bread. Oh, well, let them have croissants, which tells a lot. You see, if you look at the also the Russian Revolution and the end of the Romanovs, it was about the same kind of feel. Suddenly, the royalty, they lose track with their people, and the people were starving, and because we were still working on our empire, conquering place here, well, the war effort was costing a lot. So the taxes were really high and people were basically starving. So on that day, which was the 14th of July, 1789, the whole crowd marched onto Paris and managed to take the Bastille, which was a big public building where it was a prison at that time. And they unstooled the king, who then was imprisoned, and he stayed in prison for several years because his head was chopped off in 1793.
And his wife?
As well.
Was also,
yes,
she was
off.
also beheaded?
Yeah, we shortened them.
So Bastille Day is almost like the day of the revolution,
It
or
is.
the day that the system or the enterprise was overthrown.
Yes.
And power was given to the people.
Yes.
So I guess that is also like Republic Day, where...
Yes, it could be Republic Day, but then we went back to monarchy for a while.
Really?
We
After Bastille Day?
Yeah, because Napoleon came in, so so he thought he could be an emperor, so we were an empire, and then we had a monarchy coming back, and then we had a republic, then monarchy tried a bit, and then republic. So we've had difficult times knowing who we were, where we were standing. But then since the after the First World War and then the Second World War, our Republican Constitution got a bit more stabilized, and we are the fifth Republic now, and it's the fifth version of our Constitution that was written in 1958, and we're living on that one since then.
As the ambassador, you represent everything that is French. Now, when somebody talks about French values or being French, what would be that?
Well, I think there might be 1,000 different...
But
well,
for you,
there's 60 million French, and I think you would get 60 million different definitions.
Yours, based on...
But my definition, I'm very attached to the French values that are the baseline, which are freedom, equality, fraternity. I think these words mean a lot, and we should never forget that. It doesn't go together that easily, because freedom has to stop where equality or where fraternity starts. My freedom to do something, if it hurts someone, then it has to stop. That's where it has to stop. Equality is also something that's very hard to achieve because we were not born equal.
That is true.
But it means equal rights. Wherever you were born, whoever your family is, you have the right to free education, free health, and then it's only up to your skills and talent to succeed or not. But at least the Republican equality is giving a chance to everyone to get there. And then fraternity is probably the one that we forget the most. Mm-hmm. It's about respecting each other, however different we are, and it's a chance, it's an opportunity to have diversity.
Ghana means business. Your story, our message.
Every now and again, Goil makes good things happen. This time, Goil has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Goil Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Goil Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Goil Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with Goil Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. Goil has that sorted. Goil, good energy.
Ghana means business. Your story, our message.
Ghana is renowned for hospitality.
Yes.
Now, can you share some of your personal experiences in terms of the great Ghanaian hospitality with us?
Well, wherever you go in Ghana, people are just welcoming you. And if I go to a market, I love going to Makola market because I love your kentes and all that. So I just love going there. You feel safe. You can ask anything to anyone. They will give you a free smile answer. If you say, well, I'm looking for this and this, the person will just escort you.
That is true.
If you get lost, people say, oh, you're lost, and they will take you wherever you want. I once was walking with high heels. I know this is ridiculous, but I was walking on high heels on the street, and suddenly I sprained my ankle and almost fell. And there were all those people coming around. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Well, you're not. It's not your fault. You know, it's my fault. I was on high heels, and people are so nice. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Can we help you? I mean, this hospital is just amazing, and it also adds to the feeling of safety, because people pay attention to each other.
Ghana seems to have achieved a lot since independence, and you've borne witness to a few positive dimensions that you've witnessed. What do you think the Ghanaian government and the people now also need to be focusing on to achieve the direction that they need to achieve?
Well, you know what? Actually, each government is democratically elected on a program, and they are doing it, and sometimes it works. If it doesn't, you either change your program, change the government. That's not the main issue. But I think what Ghana should really value and cherish and never lose track of is how incredibly valuable your people are. I'm not trying to be nice to you, not at all. But from a French point of view, a country where instead of trying to be the dominant ethnic or the dominant language, you say, let's learn several. And every single Ghanaian speaks several languages, several Ghanaian languages. So instead of saying, oh, sorry, my language is Twi, so either you speak Twi or I can't talk to you. I speak Twi, but no, I don't actually, but you know.
Oh, you do?
I could, I'd try.
So at the same?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So you learn several languages. So all my staff, I've got the most wonderful staff in the world in this residence. I am so blessed to have no ideas. Some of them are Hausa, but they speak Twi. The vast majority of the French, they only speak French. Here, they speak several languages. So you know why I'm so bad at learning Twi is because the moment I try to learn Twi, they suddenly speak Ga. I said, well, that's not Twi. So, I mean, language-wise, religion-wise, you have several different faiths, several different religions, and you all respect the fact that you have a different religion. It is something private. It's something personal. It doesn't change a thing. This interfaith is so valuable. You must cherish it, because the moment you lose it, I mean, we in Europe, for centuries, have had religion wars. And we know how devastating that can be. So when I arrive in a country where you have an event and you can have both a prayer of the
Islam
Christian and one in Islam,
and traditionals too,
and sometimes traditional, you go, that's it, that's life. And then everyone finds himself, and everyone is blessed in his own way. So the language, the respect for different ethnies, people have mixed so much that it can be, yeah, okay, I'm from an Ashanti descent, but my mother was Avey, and I have uncles who get married to Alsace, and some of them were from Cape Coast. So you end up being Ghanaians from every part of Ghana. And gender. I have never seen a country where women were so empowered and it was just so natural. Women, 45% of your entrepreneurs are female. They hold the economy. They make the decisions. They are the ones dealing with the money.
Especially in the informal sector.
Yes. Well, actually, even in companies, you see women executives.
Oh, yes.
And it's
Vodafone,
everywhere.
IBM,
Everywhere.
a lot of, yes, that is true.
And it's just very natural. In France, We are heading towards it. But it takes us an effort because we have a long tradition of patriarchy. Here, it's just very natural. The woman makes decisions. A woman will tell a man off and say, no, that's not the way to do it. And the man will say, oh, yes, you're right. The respect you have for your wives, mothers, children, and the respect that the children always have for their elder brothers and sisters, for their parents, ancestors. This is so valuable. This is something that you need to realize that not everyone has that, and your people do.
Now, what do you hope to be your legacy if you ever leave Ghana for another country? What is your main area of focus in terms of during your tenure as ambassador? What would you want to be your legacy?
Well, I would love to bring more companies to Ghana because quite a few French companies do not know about Ghana. They don't think Ghana. It's not in our focus. It's not. When we think Africa, we think former French colonies. We don't have Ghana in the focus. So I want to put Ghana upper in the agenda. This started to happen with the French president coming. Then we had the Ghanaian president going to France with a big business forum, and there were quite a lot of companies who came and who said, why not? So I would love to bring more companies to Ghana. And I think that this statement speech of your president of saying we need to stand alone, we need to be self-reliant, we need to do business, we need, well, you know, businesses, they love that speech. They love this field. So I would love to bring more companies to Ghana, but not any companies. Those companies who add value, who create jobs, who give value to, if, for instance, I'd love to try and find a way to bring some people to increase tourism. Why? Because I would love to have more people from Europe, actually, not only from France.
So in terms of the hospitality industry,
yes,
more hotels?
Yes, more hotels, more clubs, more all-inclusive things, so that you've got more tourists discovering Ghana and buying things. Because when you're on holiday and when you go to the market, you see these beautiful handbags, beautiful design, beautiful kente, beautiful jewels that you're doing. You want to buy it all. Absolutely. So this is a way, this is the kind of win-win kind of partnership I would really like to leave behind.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard the Excellency talking about the bedrock for democracy, business, and investment. What it takes is not just money, but peace, mutual respect, especially religious tolerance, and gender respect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been a rare privilege and an honor being in this incredible edifice, and most importantly, having this discussion with you on GhMeansBiz.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
much.
Very grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you.